Joining us from Springfield, Illinois is Rachel. Now, Rachel has loved her boyfriend, Matthew, for 12 years. And together, they're raising 8 children between them. Sadly, the last 6 years have been an emotional struggle for this couple because it's riddled with breakups and makeups. During some of those breakups, guess what? You know, they both slept with other people. Due to this, Rachel says now that Matthew doubts that he's the father of their 3 youngest children. Watch.
I've been with my boyfriend Matthew for 12 years, and we have a blended family of 10. My family means everything to me, and I don't know what I would do without them. It breaks my heart that I have to come on the Maury show because Matthew doesn't trust me. Matthew thinks I cheated on him. Now he's denying all 3 of our sons, Hayden, Julian, and Emrys. Matthew said if he finds out that he's not the father of any of our kids, the relationship is over. I cry about this all the time because my kids shouldn't have to hear this. I cannot do this anymore. Today, he will find out that he is the father of all 3 of our sons. Then Matthew needs to step up and be the dad that my kids deserve.
So, we've given all 3 children, Hayden, Julian, and Emrys, paternity tests. We're going to reveal those results later. Okay, all 3 of these kids, Rachel.
12 years together. Like, does that mean nothing?
So you're raising 8 children, right?
Correct.
Is he a good father?
Overall, Matthew is a great father. I mean, he's raised my 2 older boys that are not his. It's just the constant arguments and the constant denying them in front of them. It's unacceptable.
What was going on around the time that you conceived Hayden? Actually, you were broken up, right?
Correct. We were broken up for about 6 months, and we had just got back together. We had been together for about a month, and that's when we found out we was pregnant.
And so you go to the doctor, and he tells you when he thinks you conceived, right? But there's a problem here because Matthew thinks it's one date, you think it's another date.
Correct. We were told that we were 6 weeks pregnant, but of course, when in that calculation, it counts 2 weeks of ovulation dates.
But you all had been separated at the time, but apparently you all also had been, you know, seeing each other a little bit during this separation. But you do admit you were with another guy.
Correct. Yes, I was. I was in a different relationship.
Why are you so sure that Matthew's the father if you were sleeping with somebody else?
I know. The timing basically is exact with him. Plus, me and the other guy had been separated as well for 2 weeks before then, so.
Hayden, unfortunately, was born with Down syndrome, right?
Correct, he was.
And does Matthew look at that as maybe a reason why he's not the father or not?
Absolutely. He makes comments about how he looks nothing like him. Well, of course he doesn't look like you. He doesn't look like me. He has Down syndrome. He looks like he has Down syndrome.
So let's move on to the second child, the second boy, Julian, all right? Were you all together when you got pregnant?
Yes, we was.
And does Julian look like Matthew?
Julian is identical to Matthew, literally his twin.
So why does he doubt him? What does he say about that?
I honestly don't even know. Pretty sure it's family members.
You were sleeping with other people.
No. Shut up, Matthew. No, exactly I was not.
You believe that his family members have gotten into his head because there's a text conversation that you found between Matthew and his family member, and I'll read it. I think only 3 of these kids are yours. You should look into who was around during the time she got pregnant. What about your friend so-and-so? And he says, oh, yeah, I didn't think about that. There's another friend she could be messing with. What do you think of that? You found that.
Yeah, I seen that for myself. And honestly, it was actually really upsetting because I feel like he never sticks up for me. He never sticks up for his kids. And that should be your main priority is your family.
You ever been with one of his friends?
Never, never in my life.
What was going on when you got pregnant with him? Were you all together?
We was not really together. We had, one of our sons was in the hospital, one of our older kids, and it was a really hard time. We worked really together, but
yeah, tell the truth. Tell the truth, because you were sleeping with other people. That's exactly what was going on.
No, me and him was still seeing each other off and on. We were still seeing each other off and on, and I ended up getting pregnant.
You and Matthew have been together off and on 12 years, right? Has the word marriage ever come up?
It has, but I refuse to get married to somebody that denies 3 of our children. I refuse to get married to somebody that's steadily accusing me and doesn't have that trust. I can't do that.
Why don't you trust her, Matthew?
Maury, it's the lies and it's the distrust that she made in the relationship. You know, I mean, she didn't have to lie to me about things. She didn't have to go behind my back and do these things. You know, I mean, she could have been forthright and honest, and things wouldn't have been so bad.
You're the cheater, not me. You're the cheater, not me.
Okay.
Let's start with Hayden. What was your reaction when she tells you she's pregnant?
Well, I mean, Maury, the very first thing, you know, there was doubt. You know, there was doubt. I was scared. You know, I didn't know what we were going to do, who we were going to, all this drama that brought into our lives, what men we're going to have to deal with. And it was terrifying.
I see.
You knew. You knew.
No, you didn't. No, you did not know none of that. You didn't
knew
know
what we were doing. You knew what we were doing.
Whose baby it was. No, you didn't. No, I didn't. Because you couldn't even tell me who the hell you had been with.
You made
so it's all just lies.
Irregardless, you made the decision. You wanted to be the father. You signed the birth certificate. You were there in the hospital. You've been there for the 5 years.
Why did you change up?
Now?
So why did you change up the plan then?
Matthew,
you changed.
Matthew, did any of her family members come to you to tell you what she was doing when you all were broken up?
Oh, yeah, Maury, multiple times. Multiple different people in her family had came to tell me, you know, who she's with, who she's around town with.
I don't give a damn what anybody said. I was in a relationship with you. You should have asked me. You should have came to me.
That's right, and I did. I did come to you about that. You didn't tell me the truth.
And then when I told you, you should have stood up for me. You should have stood up for your
family. Your family themselves even know how you are. You know, that's kind of messed up.
Okay.
One further question about Hayden. Do you think he looks like you? I know he has Down syndrome, but...
I feel like Hayden is such a tough call because you can't, you know, with his Down syndrome and his, you know, the features that he has, you know, it's really hard to decipher through that. However,
you hurt me every time you deny him.
Let's move on. Did you
he
tell
did not ask to come here. This is not his fault.
Matthew, did you tell my producers that if there is one of the three that's yours, it would be Julian? Why?
Yeah, Maury, I did say that because I do believe that Julian is mine. You know, I mean, we do look exactly alike. I mean,
all three of them are yours, Matthew. All three of them.
Well, we're going to find out today.
How about Emerus?
Emerus is I don't know for sure to say about Emerus because I'm so on the fence about him.
Look at him. He looks just like you, but with blue eyes. Looks just like you, but with blue eyes.
Man, the eyes aren't the same. Chin ain't the same.
Yes,
Nose
they
is
are.
kind of the same. I don't think so.
She says the whole area around the eyes with all those kids resembles you.
Well, there's a whole America full of white guys that look just like me. I mean...
No, they look just like you, Matthew. I'm sick and tired of this. You know they're your kids. They look just like you.
Oh,
well, I cannot wait to find out.
Was there a DNA test given on any of these children with another guy?
Yes, there was. Yes, she tested the person that she was with that I did with Emerus that I didn't even know that she was testing them. I had to go into the hospital for surgery on my hand, and she did the DNA test behind my back then.
Why did
You're right, that did happen, but that was not had anything to do because I thought it was his. You know the kids are yours. What's done is done, and you know they're yours.
I assume because there have been 8 kids in your household that, Matthew, you want to be the father of these 3.
Oh, yes, absolutely. I mean, even if the test results come back, you know, that one might not be mine, I'm still going to be there for that child. I'm not going to make him separate from everyone else.
Okay, here we go. We have the results right here. In the case of 4-year-old Julian, Matthew, you are the father.
Yeah.
Told you. Told you.
In the case of 2-year-old Emerus, Matthew, you are the father.
Oh,
Told you.
Wow.
And in the case
I told you.
of Rachel's son Hayden, Matthew, you are the father.
I told you, Matthew. I told you.
That's so unbelievable.
I told you.
Wow.
I don't want no more arguments, no more denying, nothing.
You're happy?
I am happy, yes, because it takes a lot of doubt and a lot of shadow off of that, and it takes the fight away.
No more denying 100% into our family. No more distrust.
You are not the father.